Welcome to another episode of Blessed Woman Podcast with Pastor Angel Makamu. I just want to thank you for joining us this evening. And sadly, but okay, it's our last episode for 2024 for season 1 of Blessed Woman Podcast. We're going to see you again in next year, February. But you know what? Thank you for joining us. Make sure that you invite your friends, you invite your families. Tell them that we are here and we are going to talk. We're going to talk about something very interesting this evening. So make sure that you get your cold drink, you get your water, you sit in a place that is very quiet and a couch that is very comfortable. Because tonight is tonight and I'm not alone in the studio. I'm with the behind the scene producer tonight.
Yeah.
This is the last. We couldn't do it better than this. Just to talk about Blessed Woman movement, to talk about our experience. But let me tell you, I have enjoyed myself. And if you haven't subscribed, so make sure that you subscribe so that every single time when we post something, you can get a notification. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. You took me out of my seat, Yeah.
Out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Where you are just there, holding stuff.
Yeah, I just go with the flow. Yeah.
And you're okay?
I'm so well. I'm very well. I'm looking forward to this episode.
Ne?
Yeah, because with this show, you'll never know. You'll never tell.
You'll never tell. You'll never tell. I was asking myself when the topic, I was told about the topic and that this is the topic that you have to talk about. And, I started to reflect about this topic and to also reflect, to reflect about my life. Because this is very close to me. This is what I do. This is where I know the good things, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah,
So tonight, viewers, we're going to talk about, the relationship between mothers and daughters in church.
Wow.
That's a very interesting topic.
Very interesting. I love it.
Okay, why do you love it?
Because there's always drama, and I like the drama. I like the results, the end products. I love people's stories when it comes to the mother and the daughter, how it starts, and then the journey, and then the end is always good.
Yeah. So viewers, just make sure that you invite your buddies, especially ladies, invite your friends, because this is a very important topic. And that's something that many women are afraid to talk about. They're afraid to be honest.
Yes.
And tonight, I think it's one of those nights where we break that thing. We need to be honest. We need to talk about it and our experiences. So I wish that you can also comment when you are watching and talk to us and share with us about your experiences. I know that you grew up in church, ne? So, but I don't think it was from young age.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you
really start going to church? When I went to tertiary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1997.
And then, obviously, tertiary, were you attending?
You don't have Mamfundis.
And stuff. Who was your first Mamfundis?
And you know what? In one of the episodes, I did speak about this, but it was not you. Yeah, I was hosting other two ladies from our church. So with me, even in our church at home, a faith mission, for so many years we didn't have a pastor.
Okay.
So the pastor, I think, came the same year that I left.
You left.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't have any experience with Mamfundis whatsoever. Yeah.
So actually, I'm your proper.
You're my mom. Yes, my first mom.
I feel so blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For me, okay, because I grew up in church. I was born in church actually, and my first Mamfundisi, I was calling her auntie because so I was still young in a way. I can't say we had a relationship of a daughter and it was just my aunt.
So were you related?
No, we were not
Okay.
related, but um, my father and the pastor were friends,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So obvious, I was calling Mfundisi my uncle.
Mm.
So that was my aunt. That's how it was. So my memories about that time, I was just a 5 year, 6 year, 7 year old naughty girl. Playing when I go there, playing in their house, making the house a mess. That was the first.
That was good. It was good.
Yeah, that was the first. And hey, after that, I went to many churches. I went to many churches. I'm one of those people that attended a lot of churches. But the funny thing was, in all the churches, I was very, how can I put? I was very involved, and I was, I cannot say I was very close to them,
Okay.
but we were having a good relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, we were having a good relationship. After I left the first one, when my mom left the church, we went to the other church, and I was still very young also. So I think maybe for me to talk more about a relationship between a mother and a daughter,
Yeah.
it started when I was maybe 16, 17, when there was this church, and actually, you know what? Yeah, ne. We will just communicate because the pastor's wife and my mom were colleagues.
Okay.
Ne?
So from moving, like changing churches and all, this one that you said now, at the age of 16, that's where now you had a Mamfundisi, then you were, I think, the right age to understand and all those things. Was it you like where you say, okay, now I've found my home, this is my church?
I was always telling myself that that is my church. But I don't think I had this thing of mothers and daughter thing in me. I didn't have this thing. I was just a teenager, you know.
Okay.
But this teenager that was very rooted and committed in church, you know. Yeah, that one, I was very rooted and committed. And then I started to have a challenge of transport. And then I think that's when I turned 18, then I moved to Johannesburg.
Okay.
So I have a history.
Yeah.
So I can count and count and count. But the church where I got, like, the last church that blessed me, especially when I got married, I was never very close to Mom Fonesi, but we were having a good relationship. You know, I will just talk to her when she comes to church and stuff like that. But I was never, I don't know why, I was never this person who would want, you know, the ministry that we're doing now for Blessed Woman. It's something that I was never interested in when I was very young. I don't know why.
So you were that kind of a person. You were minding your business.
I was just
you
minding
go to
my
church,
business.
You serve.
I greet Mamu Ruti, you know.
Many it's yeah. Many ladies, I think, I don't know, there's this thing of, I want to be close to Mamfundisi, like being close to Mamfundisi is like a status, it's like an achievement. So you never even...
No, you know why? I think maybe, I might be wrong, but all of the churches that I attended, there were churches where somehow my mom and maybe Mom Fundisi knew each other.
Okay.
So it was like I was just home.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I mean? There was no pressure of I need to be close to Mom. That's because I remember when we left the first church, we went to the second church. They knew each other. I even, like, when I was going through some attacks, I would go and even stay in their house.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was, I think maybe because of age, it was just like I'm seeing Mama or my aunt.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
No,
so there was no pressure of I needed to be close to her because I was already close to her. So when we moved to the other one, as I'm saying, we were my mom and her, they were colleagues. You get what I mean? And then I moved to this side. I joined another. One of my friends, they opened the church. I was there. So now it's a friend.
Yeah.
So I never had these pressures and stuff. You get what I mean? Then I went back home. When I went back home, no, before I go, I came to Johannesburg. Then now there was a church behind our house.
Okay.
Then guess what?
You
I
know,
don't-
Mom Fundis.
Get the worst part. Get this one. My mom, when she calls the mother of Bomfunisi or cousin.
Oh.
So it was you get what I mean. So I
Yeah.
never had pressure.
Everywhere you went.
Yes, I never had pressure of those things. You get what
Okay.
I mean? But now it came a reality when I became a pastor's wife. You've never been groomed. You've never been close to anyone.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were just seeing this small girl, you know. You get what I mean?
Who was minding her own business.
Yes. Yeah. Then now a reality. Yeah.
Hit.
And then now when the reality hit, I'm so grateful that I met Pastor Valencia a year after I got married.
Wow.
Yes.
That long.
Actually months. Not even a year, months. And she took me under her wings.
Yeah.
And check the other thing. There was no pressure because when my husband went for mentoring, I was there. You get what I mean? So there was no pressure.
Yeah.
And I feel so blessed that one day I remember they were laughing. I said, I don't know how many containers from her house that I was having in my house.
Yeah.
You know,
Food.
Of food. I will go to her house and then she will cook. And then she will teach me how to cook Indian food.
Wow.
We will sit down, we will talk, I'll do her nails. So I never had pressure. And I'm seeing so many women now being under so much pressure of wanting to be seen and recognized by the pastor's wives. You get what I mean? And I feel like when you are having a good spirit, you find yourself closer without realizing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because
Very
you don't
true.
even think about it.
Yes.
There is no that thing of. I care about it, behind everything there is a spirit. So you find that if you are having a good spirit and you don't even think of the position, the recognition, God directs you or God takes you there. So that's how it has been.
What I like about your experience, especially how you met with Pastor Valencia and whatever unfolded after that is when you met her, you were I would say you were free because you didn't have any experiences when it comes to mother and daughter in the faith, like kind of relationship where now it was going maybe somehow
you come with issues and stuff,
and then when she takes you in, you have this thing, I must check what are her intentions and all. What if she repeats what I went through? What if she does 1, 2, 3? So you just went there, blank, empty, and ready,
and she
available.
Believed in me so much. She believed in me so much. We will talk. I'll go to her house. We'll talk. She will take me home. We'll talk. We'll have a long sessions. And she will trust me with her pulpit. When we go to camps, I was this kind of ladies that when I go with her, and I travel with her. When we arrive there, I make sure that, whatever preparation that needs to be done, we do stuff like that. And I love it. I loved that, and also the way she will speak to me and pray for me and encourage me. She still calls me even now,
Oh, wow.
Yes, she still calls me even now, how are you doing? I'm praying for you. Are you okay? She does that.
It's a blessing to get this kind of people. So what would you say were your biggest lessons? Like when you look at how she took you in, how she welcomed you, and what came to your mind when you saw her doing whatever that she was doing, especially with you coming, no experience and all. What were your thoughts?
I really felt blessed. You know what, to have someone who will think of you, someone who will, you know, let me tell you a story. So one day we went to a conference. You know, she's this mom that, and I think I took after her. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So we went to this conference. So in this conference, there is a restaurant. So you need to, when you finish the conference, you need to go and eat somewhere. You know, she will travel with me and give me money. That when we go to the restaurant, this is your money. You spend it the way you want.
Wow.
That's how, yes, you spend it the way you want. You get what I mean? It's not that thing of, you know what, take the money in front of, no.
Yeah.
She'll just tell me that this is your money. When we go to the restaurant, this is your money, use it. Order whatever you want to order. That was it.
Oh, wow.
So when I say I took after her, is when I will hear people saying, I don't want to shame someone. You know, I'll rather when somebody is lacking or whatever, I'll rather call you aside and say, you know what, take this.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of a mom that I'm having, and I love our relationship. I feel so blessed when I'm with her. I cry. I yeah, that's what I do.
So far, I've had, you know, all the good and the positive.
But now I'm going to interview viewers. So you want to go deeper?
Yeah, I want to go deeper. You know, because you said we are going to be real. Yeah. So we are breaking the silence. You know, I don't know, like in church, especially. I'm not sure if it's double-sided or it's only one-sided. From us, the daughters, when it comes to our mothers, we have these expectations that, you know, you should know how, I don't know, how to deal with us or how to handle us in a way that it's like you have to put your feelings aside and focus on me as a daughter. Whether I hurt you, whether I disrespect you, you're a mother. You are stronger, you are bigger than me. So it's like, yeah, we expect you to be, I don't know, these angels that never feel pain, can never express their pain. Then when you say, hey, I'm hurt, then you say, what?
Because you are a pastor's wife.
Yeah, how come? Why are you hurt? That is why most of the time we are the ones. I don't know about the pastor's wives, but most of the time it's us who are complaining about
pastor's
wives. Yeah, I once attended this church. You know, you'll hear the ladies talking. Yeah, the husband is friendly, she doesn't even greet, she doesn't, like, all these negative things. And when you look at the pastor's wife, is this quiet person. I don't know if she knew that people were
she was having haters.
So how do you what is your view when it comes to that? Like, I'm listening to your journey with Pastor Valencia. Were there moments where, you know, you were in good terms, and good terms, not like maybe speaking to one another, like where you would disagree, maybe where your relationship will be affected in a way that maybe you have never thought or expected?
Which is the funny thing is, I think we never had those kind of moments because I know my place.
Okay.
There is this thing of now a mom is talking. You know, I don't have to argue. I don't even have to go outside and talk about her. You get what I mean? Then if there is a clarity of something, then I'll ask, or maybe I'm feeling somehow, I'll ask my husband, you know, we were talking and then this is what we were discussing about. Am I wrong or stuff like that? But we've never We've never had stuff like that because I know my place. And you know, especially when we go for the camps and stuff like that, I'll just make. And funny thing is, she's the one who will want to make sure that everyone is settled. And the only thing that we will fight about, but it's just not like a fight. You need to rest, mom. You get what I mean? You need to rest.
Okay.
Leave these things for us. Those are the stuff that we will talk about. No, leave these things for us. We will do this. That's the like stuff like that.
Okay.
But to also go deeper in what you are saying, I think now it's broad because of the ministry that we're doing of Blessed Women, where it's mostly about pastors' wives and their daughters. So it hits home, and also you cancel other women.
Yes.
I've cancelled daughters of other churches and their mothers. So I will explain it broad. Especially when we give example about what you used to hear that, you know, ladies will talk about. So it's very broad. The problem is if you hear stuff like this, you don't look behind whatever that people are saying. Of course, I've seen many pastors' wives hurt.
Yeah.
And firstly, they are not hurt. The hating is not starting from the church. It starts from home.
Wow.
Yes. Because I have seen so many pastors' wives getting hurt because of not being seen at home by their husband and be compared with people in church.
Sure.
You get what I mean? You know, this sister so and so, every single time in the house is sister so and so. There's no way you can be a happy wife when you are hearing stuff like that, or you hear that my husband is having a problem, or my husband, I've solved stuff where you find that the husband is having an affair, or the husband is having this a crush or whatever with ladies in church. And we're not talking more about them because they also the other wrong information where it's all about pastors' wives and not checking what is it that also pastors are doing.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing where you find that someone will talk about how the pastor is good, you know, is friendly. To tell you the truth, anyone who can talk about how a pastor is friendly, that's a dangerous woman.
Wow.
That's a very dangerous woman. You must see the man of God, the anointed. Once you start to see the friendly man, there's a problem there. You get what I mean? There is a problem there. So, and because people don't know, they go with the flow of yes, you are right. The pastor is very friendly. Friendly? What does that friendly mean? You get what I mean? So I've seen so many women getting hurt. Then now it comes to church. At home now we are not okay. I get.
Yeah.
So we are not okay at home. You talk to me, or I remember one day we were solving a problem of the ladies will call the pastor 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I wanted to greet you, pastor.
Really?
Yes. I wanted to greet you. Then the pastor, how are you, my daughter? Talk to the daughter for 45 minutes. And when you listen to the conversation, there's nothing emergency. It's that friendly thing that is happening.
No.
You get what I mean? So you're expecting Mom Fulensi to come to the church service and smile while she knows that you're not supposed to call my husband this time. And especially when you find that men cannot stand because they're having their own issues also. You get what I mean? So I've seen, that's the answering when it comes to how other women are bitter. And it's not only that, the bitterness of Mom Fulensi is not only through the ladies, it's also from home, it's also from their past. There's so much. That's why both of us we are carrying.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Then when you come to church, you find ladies that feels like God did a wrong thing by choosing this one. And let me correct myself, not choosing, creating.
Okay.
I always say, he didn't choose me.
You were created.
I was
for
created
him.
specially for this. You know, when an iron by a manufacturer for iron.
Yeah.
Or you were something and then now
Now
you were made for this. So you find that there are those ones that are like, okay, she's not the right one. And some they say it in their heart,
Okay.
but out, you know, how do they
They
speak
act
it out?
Mm.
You know, if I was mom phone, they say I was gonna do this. So you can't see the spirit behind
Yeah.
it. You get what I mean? So now that's where the difficulty how do I relate with someone like that that doesn't want the best for me and doesn't see me as their mother? You get what I mean? So now those are the problems. And sometimes it's not only the daughters. You find that even the pastor give people hopes. Some pastors is like, you know, they have hope, they raise the hopes of the ladies in church, and you find that now it's a problem. So yeah, that's the thing. But may God help us.
Yeah, truly, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And what are some? I know with Blessed Woman, this is your specialty, like, you know, mending the relationship between the mothers and daughters in the faith. What are some of, I know you've already mentioned some, but intense or critical issues that you had to solve between a mother and daughter in the faith? In your years of experience in Blessed Woman?
You know, one of the thing that I remember was when ladies complained about their mother. You know, checking wrongs. You know, there are people who will just check, you did this, she did that, she did that. Bitter daughters. Okay. Actually, let me put it like this. And I've discovered that, especially when we started this thing at Year Blessed Woman, you you find people that call themselves daughters while they're not daughters.
Do they know that they're not daughters?
Many ladies know, but they don't. Okay, then how can I put it? They don't just know, I'm not a daughter. They just don't see you as their mother.
Oh, okay.
But if I say, if we are in church, it's Mam Fundisi, it's my mom, but they don't see you as their mother.
Okay.
You get what I mean? So now, when you go, you deal with stuff like, she did that, and you look at it, you're like, but when I look at what you are saying, it's like you are saying that you are talking about someone who's your enemy, not your mother. Then that's when Mfundisi taught me that some, they are not daughters. There are some that in the church, there are three. I've learned that there are 3 or 4 groups.
Okay.
Ne? So now, with the counseling that we've been doing, I've learned those groups, I'll tell you. So now the other incident was when the other pastor. So, but this one, when I get when you finish counseling, you are together with Mfundisi, then now you will talk about the main problem.
Yes.
Then I discovered that the main problem, because the husband cheated, it was because the woman didn't have wisdom to address the real thing.
Okay.
Ne? So, got this story. The lady will come back and say, you know, Sister so the how she is looking at you. It was a concern. But in the man's mind was a seed to start looking at the lady. You know, every time when he sees the lady, he remembers what the wife said. Until he cheat with that lady. So those are the stuff that we come across.
Sure.
So now I have learned that there are 4 groups in the church of ladies. there is people, the ladies that come as daughters that you birth. Ne? You birthed, and they you know what, they get your spirit, they are born through you, like you minister to them. They, you know what, this ones I gave birth to them. So that the other ones that comes because they are Christians, then because of their good heart and a good spirit, they become your daughters by the grace.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Then there are this other daughters, the other ladies that comes because of marriage. So we call them daughter-in-law. So and these ones, when they come to church, they are not willing to get that grace of being daughters. They already tell themselves that they're daughters. But inside they know that we don't relate like a mother and a daughter. We are relating like Mamfundisi and another lady in church.
Okay.
So the Blessed Woman movement has really taught me to know who is who.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't have to, you know what Muluudzi has helped me with? You don't have to say, you're not my daughter, because you'll hurt people. But you just know inside.
They know also.
Yes, they know. But the thing is, they cannot accept.
Yeah, okay.
You get what I mean? They cannot accept. Then the only thing that I need to do is to deal with them according to who they are. But I leave it. They don't need to know. It will just be when now somebody's matured. Because even for me, I didn't know. I will just see everyone and treat them equal.
Yeah.
And the same way until one day I was taught that now you are matured. I need to talk to you. Hey, that was not a good experience. That was not a good experience to learn that one and that one and that one are not your daughters. They are workers. God has sent them to come and work and serve us, but they are not. This one and this one and this one, you gave birth to them. And then these are your daughters. And then this one and this one, this one, if their spirit is okay, they will be the daughters by grace.
Okay.
So that's what a Blessed Woman taught me.
Yeah, Blessed Woman, it's an
deep.
Yeah, it deals with deep stuff.
It goes deep.
Yeah, it's very deep.
Is it an easy road? No. Because to discover who people are and who you are, it's not an easy thing.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. There are times where, I used to feel so bad. Okay, this person doesn't take me as her mom. Okay, she will never call me. She will never send me happy birthday messages. She sees me as competition. She's a competition to me, a competitor. And how do I deal with stuff like that? It's not an easy thing to deal with, and to know that, okay, this is how it is. And you sit down, you're like, okay, you know what? Let me focus on those that see me as their mother. You get what I mean? But to come to that position is very painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when you are too casual and everyone is your daughter. And Blessed Woman has taught me that not everyone is your daughter. So in the midst of learning how to relate with ladies in church, I have learned that it's not all ladies that are my children.
Okay.
Because the Bible says that my sheep hear my voice. So they will be you are like, oh, okay. So I used to stress, okay, this one I spoke to her, nothing happened. I said she must come for this, and then I will be told, who is she? And oh, okay. Did you give birth to her? When you look at this person, is she having the same spirit that you're having? The answer is no. Then I need to grow up.
So you don't get disappointed. Maybe I come and you see maybe this quiet person, you now you don't have a revelation yet about who I am, my intentions, and how I will relate to you. When you get to hear that, no, Sophie is a daughter-in-law, she's not your daughter, and she doesn't even see you as her mother. Don't you get disappointed? Because I know that you are this kind of a woman who loves, who welcomes people, who wants to see people happy, making it in life, like desiring good for everyone. So don't you get disappointed?
To tell you the truth, I don't get disappointed. I'll tell you why. I feel like when I know the truth, I now know how to deal with the situation or a person. Mara, I will feel a pain.
Okay.
Not the pain of disappointment,
Okay.
but just the pain of whatever that drove us to that point. You know, that pain of saying, Sophie did this and this and that. I'll feel hurt. But not to say I'm disappointed because maybe you're not my daughter. No, that one, and I don't know why. I think maybe to embrace the truth.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And also to know, okay, now because I know the truth, I will know how to relate. Because every part in the church, every woman in the church is important.
Yeah.
And one thing that God has helped me with is, if I realize that this one is not my daughter, doesn't mean that I'll treat you less, but I'll know how to relate with you.
Okay.
You get what I mean? I'll know, which is the best part, you know, to know that this is how I will relate with this person. And so I don't get disappointed. Actually, it's like I'm getting a solution, and to say, okay, so now I get it. What was frustrating me, now I get it. You get what I mean? Now I get it. The disappointment comes when something that I was expecting to happen, not a daughter, whatever, but something that was supposed to happen is not happening.
Okay.
Like my expectations
Are not met.
Then there I get disappointed. But yeah, when I discover, no, because I believe when you know the truth, you will work nicely. You will know, okay, when I need this, I call 1, 2, 3. And when it's a general thing, it's for everyone, it's fine. You get what I mean? But not forgetting that there are those that will become my daughters by grace. But unfortunately, it's not controlled by me. It's not controlled by me.
Yeah.
And I love how the blessed woman has prepared daughters and has prepared me also.
Yeah. True.
I love it. You know, there are some people that when you see how they will relate with me, I know it's because of how Mfunese has prepared us. And it's very enjoyable. You know, it's very enjoyable to see how daughters serve. You know, don't worry, Mama, about this. Don't worry about it. I feel so humbled. Okay, this is... And some will not even want me to know. You know, they'll say, Mommy, out. We don't want to hear. Whatever I'm doing, Pastor Ver. Out. We don't want... Don't get what... Then focus on what you're doing. This one, we will deal with it. You know. And to be in a place where I'm aware that they're not discussing my failures. Yeah. They want to cover it. And they want the best out of... I remember someone, I won't mention, she said, no, I'm not... You know, I remember when we were doing the makeover, she said, I'm not coming. I'm disappointed I'm not coming because I'm writing exams. The person arrived. She said, I couldn't sit. You get what I mean?
Mama's daughter.
Yes, I couldn't. Mama, I'll rather go and be under pressure, but I
Yeah.
couldn't sit. So you become so humble and feel like, oh my God, I'm so blessed. So there is a joy when the relationship between mothers and daughters is okay. There is that. Are we perfect? No.
Yeah.
Mar, let me tell you, I've learned that the quarreling and stuff, I don't know, maybe I will experience it one day. I've learned that the quarreling and stuff, it has never happened between me and my daughters. No. Quarreling and stuff and frustration. It might be the ones that are in a making of becoming daughters, but the ones that comes because it's like our spirit connected. We've never had that.
Yeah, I think maybe they also get it from you. Yeah, it's what you breathe to them.
Yeah.
So they can never breathe something else. They breathe what they get from you. Yeah. So I can you share with the viewers how do Bumamfundisi from other churches and the daughters receive whatever that you like, maybe during the mentorship or the counselings, whatever help you provide, whether it be attending the conference and then you are teaching about this and that, how do they receive this? Because it seems like it's a lot to take in, a lot to work on, a lot to discover. So how do they receive this?
The funny thing, it's very funny because most of them, when they come to Blessed Woman, it's all about, I've been looking for this. It's like prayers answered. I've been looking for, finally I found people that understand me, that feel my pain, that will bring me solutions. That's the thing that I've seen with pastors' wives. It's like, oh my God, this thing, this. I remember one day, one of the Blessed Woman conference, Mfunis was talking about Naaman, and then he was saying, many of you are getting hurt because you are not aware that it's not only the ladies in church that have a problem. Naaman is sick. And it was like, oh my God, the ladies were screaming, especially the pastor's wife, because they were like, okay, you're talking about my husband. You're talking about the apostle, the one that I thought maybe it's me, I'm maybe judging or something, but now I'm realizing that, okay, even Naaman can be sick.
Yeah, finally someone is seeing the bigger picture and addressing it. Yeah.
So I love that feeling of when after the meeting they were like, oh my God, this was so short because I'm in the right place, and I've listened to the right words that I've been looking for, and can we please make it 3 days and whatever. That's the experience that I've been having with ladies.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the daughters, the experience have been like, I remember, funny enough, most of the time women are learning because there are those that don't know where they stand. And it will be more of, the pastor's wife is like this and this. Then when the message is being taught and preached, they now understand, okay, this is what is happening. This is my mother. But I want to also say this, that be honest when it comes to who you are in the church. Because many don't want to come out. It's like we're all got this thing, I'm the daughter. And it's not all that are daughters in the house. It's like, it's not all that are sons in the house. I've seen where you find that someone it's easy for them to say Papa. They say Daddy. Some they can't say Papa. They say Mfundisi. There is that also that actually the men still struggle with also to say, if you see him, as your dad? Why don't you call him dad?
Mm.
You getting what I mean? If it's your mfundisi, it can be your mfundisi, a teacher of the word,
Yes.
a leader in the church, but not your father. So we don't talk about these things, and it causes confusion in the church, because it's like there is this position of if you're not a daughter, then you are not welcome.
You're not loved.
You're not loved. You won't be appreciated. When it's not like that, and you can excel when you are in the right place.
Yes.
And
True.
only placed in your position.
True.
You get what I mean? But the thing is, if you can stand up now and say, this one and this one and this one, you're not my daughters. You are my workers. God sent you to come and serve me. Will they still come to church, or they would feel like we've lost the position? So Blessed Woman, to tell you the truth, he has taught me a lot to know, okay. For this one day, I remember he was talking about the story of Martha and Elizabeth. The thing is, if, to tell you the truth, viewers, this one you need, if when you see me, the baby doesn't kick, what does that mean? If you see me like, okay, this one, go on, Jay.
We don't connect.
You get what I mean? You need to be honest. Because the Bible says that when they saw each other, the baby kicked. If you are in the church and when you are seeing me, the baby's not kicking, there is anger, there is jealousy, there is something. Who are you? So that's what, to tell you, that's what Blessed Woman taught me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know yourself, know who you are. Know who you are. And some can even hide with no, I'm close to my father. Okay, there are girls, like my daughter is very close to my husband. But we share a special relationship. You know, she will wake up every morning and come and say, I want to talk to my dad. It's fine. They are having a relationship. But if the relationship is only one-sided, you call him for your problems and whatever, and then my phone is not working. I've never received a call from you. How are you? Even if you're close, you are saying you are free with him. But the one of how are you doing, happy birthday, I just wanted to greet you, it's not there. Then I can't call that a daughter.
I'm also having a problem with I'm free with him. Where does it start? Where did it begin? Because I don't know, maybe it's different from home, and church is different. I cannot say at home I'm more closer to my dad, and then in church, I must be closer, like much closer and rooted than you. Woman to woman, I think it's much easier.
And let me tell you, one day we had this story of the pastor came to us and said, you know what, I'm having a problem. So we're like, okay, is that a pastor from another church? Ladies come, they want to talk to me about their period. They want to talk to me about their sexual life. They want to talk. And we were like, there's a problem. Because if somebody comes and say, can I have mine? I don't have pets. We've solved. Yes, we have solved problems like that.
Sure.
So Blessed Woman teaches you to say, balance stuff and check yourself. Who are you? You know, when it comes to we must not come to a place where we hide behind the bushes. Yes, someone will come and say, Pastor, I bought you a perfume. So, okay, even if we are saying okay, let's say somebody say, I'm free to talk to Mfundisi. Let's just assume what is fine. Ne? So, but even when you buy Mfundisi perfume, you don't buy Mamrut. You're getting what I mean? You get what I mean? So
and connect.
So it's in everything. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you take it home, can you buy your dad something and say, Mama, when I don't buy you?
Oh, mother comes first.
You get what I mean? So Blessed Woman has helped us to solve such things. And for me, I feel like I've benefited from it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to mature, to understand situations. I am from a place where I've experienced stuff like, Pastor, I've baked scones for you. Then I'm here. They won't even greet you. Then they'll take the scone and give the pastor.
So you also went through that.
Yes, I did.
So you're also the product of a Blessed Woman.
That's why I'm saying I've benefited a lot.
Yeah.
I've benefited a lot because also why I'm saying I've benefited a lot is because because it's not a fake pastor. He will teach a message that he preaches. So I was that I think maybe can I give an example? Practically.
Yeah.
To say I can't go and talk about something that I don't do. So with the oh my God, I benefited. So when I say amen, I mean it. I mean it.
Yeah, I also benefited from as a daughter from Blessed Woman because I remember I used to get angry on your behalf when you hear people say things or maybe like someone will talk to you somehow and I will get so much angry that if it was possible this person ngamulata like why and I look at you and then you are calm and then I ask myself how does she do this?
So now let's talk about that. My prayer, I always say this in church, God create in me a clean heart and the right spirit within. I don't want to carry pain. So now, because of that, even when somebody is talking to me somehow, I don't see it. And many times when Mfundisi will come to me and say, I didn't like how that person, and you find that I saw nothing. Why? Because of I always tell myself that I'm releasing the pain. I'm releasing the pain. So that's the thing. Sure. So I will always say, create in me a clean heart. And I'm going to tell you viewers, my secret. The reason why sometimes, I will be this free spirit is because I will always say, I won't allow the spirit that is controlling ladies in church to torment me. How?
Wow.
When you are tormented, you are angry. When I entertain what you are doing, I'm also being tormented by the same spirit.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't want that. What?
I left it along because I would ask myself every time, how do you do it? How do you do it? And until I told myself, no, I want to be like you. Yeah, I want to be like you. Like sometimes I will do something knowing that, okay, after I'll realize that maybe we have an appointment, I arrive late and then I will feel so bad, feel like hitting myself, clapping myself and all that. And when I get to you, and then I will say, Mama, I'm sorry. And you say, no, it's fine. Then I look at you and say,
that's my secret.
God, I want to be like her.
That's my
I
secret.
want this heart. And I know that you always say, even teach us that, your prayer is always God, create in me a clean heart. I even joined. I even took that because I realized that, your life is just peaceful. Peace.
And now it's worse. After I tapped into the peaceful stream, it's worse. It's worse. But the last thing that I can say is that my other secret, let me put it like this, maybe practical.
Yeah.
I will say, if Sophie is not my daughter and God has called her to the ministry. You know, when I fight you, I'm empowering the kingdom of darkness, no matter the reasons that I'm having.
Yes.
God is not happy. You get what I mean? So my thing is, okay, God, I'm hurt. I'm disappointed because Sophie is doing 1, 2, 3 to me. I'm disappointed. Firstly, God, I don't want to remain with this pain. Take it away. I don't want to remain with this pain. Then now, the second thing I'll say, okay, I don't like Sophie's behavior. But if I don't pray, I release this thing and I be free and I look at her as someone that needs help, I won't be able to pray and fight for her. So because of that, I'm failing the kingdom of God. You know, I'm failing the kingdom of God because God is not happy. We, you know, when the Bible says that we are one body, many parts.
Yeah.
It's like when the nose is angry at the mouth. You get what I mean? At the end of the day, we are losing both of us, even when you're the one who's at wrong.
Yes.
So that's my secret, to say, okay, God, help me, I release this pain, and help me also, how do I deal with this? Because I don't want to hate Sophie. Because if I hate Sophie, I'm empowering the kingdom of darkness. And I wish women can know this, that when we are haters, we are competitors with each other, we are competing with each other, we are empowering the kingdom of darkness.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? We're empowering the kingdom of darkness. So we need to be in a place where even if we are not, we are like, there is something that you are feeling when you see me, deal with it. Be honest to say, I'm dealing with this. You know, you can rather go, if you don't want to face your pastor's wife, go to someone and say, I'm feeling like this. You know, I'm feeling like this. I need to deal with this. So most of the time we deal with, she didn't greet me.
Yes.
She hates me.
Yes.
That's not the main thing. The main thing is, why are you feeling that? Why do you maintain that? Why do you feed this? So I don't feed that. Am I perfect? No. But I'm fighting so hard to never keep the pain that has been transferred. Like let me give an example. If somebody say something bad about you to me, she's talking to me about you. Then we talk about you. Do you know that the moment I see you, I'll think of that thing? Yes. Why? The seed has been planted in me. So I can't do that. Every single thing that is bad is a bad seed. So I must not, if you are having a problem with me, I must not allow that seed to come in. Now we are being tormented really to
both. Who's gonna help it?
No. So I wish women, we can win when it comes to this. You know what? When you feel hatred, you feel jealousy, deal with it. Know what, I'm having a problem. You know, I'm having a problem. And you know, I always hear when Fonise will pray, even when we are two, he will mention that, you know what, I'm praying, you are not going to be replaced. Because the funny thing is, when it comes to pastors' wives, let me say pastors' wives first, your enemies are not only in church, they are also outside. There are others that don't want to see you there.
Yes.
You get what I mean? So you find that now you are fighting inside and outside. And even the daughters, you find that she comes, they didn't sleep nice at home because of there is this girl that is always calling the husband or whatever. Then now, the daughter knows that the husband with isn't right. So now you were talking to Mam Fundisi, you know, so now you're interested in Mam Fundi. So there is so much. So that is why I love Blessed Woman, because you learn a lot. You learn how to deal with stuff. You learn how to fight, and is a very powerful platform for us to learn, to be equipped, and to be better. You know, we must break this thing of women fighting each other.
Yeah, true.
Women fighting each other, and you know, and we, you know, if you to for you to see that there is a fight, if your mother can announce something that this is what we're doing, you don't make sure that that thing that your mother brings, it must be successful.
Yes.
You have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are a mother and you don't want to make sure that your daughters are living a peaceful marriages, you know, it's like it's up to you're having a problem, you know. So that's the thing. But I love Blessed Woman, and next year, April, the last weekend of April, we're having a conference.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait, because people are getting help, people are being equipped, people are being, because our vision there is restoration and healing. Blessed Woman, restoration
And healing.
Yeah.
February 2025.
No, April.
April.
It's all about
2025.
healing and restoration. You know, because there are daughters that can come and want to do the best, but while they're ahead, they have history.
Yeah.
So they're bitter from home and stuff. The pastor's wife that are bitter from home, they're bitter from their marriage. It's chakalak. So the Blessed Woman brings healing
and restoration. And I've seen that in many events.
I've seen it in me.
Yeah.
I've seen it in me. And it works. If you're a pastor's wife, make sure that you invite and come with your daughters.
Yeah.
Because you need this. You need this for your sake. Hey, you need this.
Yeah, for your sake.
Yeah,
I love
for
that
your sake.
part. I love that part.
For your sake. For your sake. And also involve men. Come with your husband, because that's the other thing, that sometimes when the husbands hear from the man who's speaking, they are changing also.
Yeah, true. Very
They're
true.
changing. So
Very
it was
true.
nice.
Very nice, very nice. You know, it as much as it was very deep, you know.
I feel like it was not deep.
It was deep, because for me, I've never had any show like discussing this thing, especially daughter and Mamfundisi. It's a no-go area. But Blessed Woman, you know, yangena.
It opens stuff.
Yeah,
it opens the files.
Yes, and starts, you know, clearing. So you'll even see the conference and all, you know, after the word or during the word, you see people crying, people hugging each other. Like, you see now they're forgiving. Now the word has did the job, done the job. So, yeah, it's Blessed Woman movement.
You know, I'm like, pastors, the last word. Ladies, when you are feeling something against your daughters, and let me put it right, that pastors' wives or any pastors or lady pastors, when you feel something against your daughters, trust God to help you deal with it, because that makes us to lose. And daughters, when you are feeling something against your mother, deal with it. Seek help. Because if you don't seek help, we are not going to win. And it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. It's a very big problem.
Yeah, it is.
And see your father as your father. Because that's you asked me, I get now, because it's they are coming
back.
Yeah, they are coming. See your father as your father. If you start to see him as a friend, as a potential boyfriend, you are in danger. So you need to work on that. You need to work on that. And pastor's wife, if you start to see your daughters as competitors, there's a problem.
Yeah.
You need to deal with it.
Wow. Viewers, what more can we give you?
Wow. The experience of the first working season 1, I loved it. I've learned a lot. What I did and what I've learned about myself with this one, I was cruising. I was taking it easy.
Yeah.
To say I'm not going to push myself. I just want to do what God has said what we must do. but now we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to
Yes.
talk more. We're going to improve a lot of stuff. But I love it. And this is to encourage you at home. Don't start stuff. Don't delay to start stuff because you don't have equipment or whatever. Start with what you are having. I've seen how this has changed many women. And when we come back February for season 2, be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready. I'm so excited. We're gonna go and
recharge.
yeah, we need rest. We need rest. And when Funes was talking to me about the podcast, I was like, I never even dream this is what I'll do. But if God says so, who am I?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being with us every single Friday.
Yeah.
And you know, making sure that you comment, you share, you subscribe. We appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate it. And also for you to come every single time when we record the sacrifice, we thank you. And we appreciate that.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Anything, you know, to make you relax, refresh, I'm there. I'm there.
That's the benefits of Blessed Woman. So viewers, we are out of here. We are going to see you again next year, the first week of February 2025, with season 2 of Blessed Woman podcast. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. Keep on praying for us. Keep on partnering with us.
Yes.
And we love you. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's very easy for oneself to have an image because of what you've been through. It's very easy to meditate all day long about how you will never make it. No matter what I see, no matter what I face, whatever comes my way in the midst of the storm, all I know is I'm blessed to be a blessing. I'm a blessed woman. That's who I am. I'm blessed to be a blessing. Rejected and abused doesn't make you lesser than anyone. It's just a storm, it will pass. Yes, it will pass. There are many mountains to climb. There are many